Good afternoon, and thank you all for joining us today. I am NIN.VC and I will be your host. I started my professional career at Merrill Lynch with their private client group. At Merrill, we managed portfolios of high net worth individuals. While it was great to trade stocks and bonds, I was always curious about how these companies went public. Thus, after business school, I joined Pacific Crest Securities. PCS, now KeyBank, is a tech-focused investment bank with a global presence focused on software, communications, semiconductors, and internet and digital media. Here are a few transactions I worked on at PCS. In 2005, IPOs were at the peak, and it was amazing to take all these companies public. But that led to another question. How do VCs know what companies to invest in and which ones to take public? Thus, I joined Alpha Capital Partners. Alpha is a generalist fund with about $135 million of assets under management. My most recent transaction at Alpha was SIRCON, a software as a service provider company. The 2008 financial meltdown led to a liquidity crisis for entrepreneurs, companies, LPs, and VCs. Fewer IPOs in the market means no exit for VCs, no return for LPs, and as a result, venture funds were on a decline. No new funds means less startup funding, low employment, and slow economic growth. Thus, on April 2, 2012, the Jumpstart Our Business Startup Act, or the JOBS Act, was introduced, which enables crowdfunding for all Americans, and that's how NIN Ventures, or NIN.VC, came into existence. NIN Ventures is a crowdfunded technology venture capital firm that is offering membership interests under the JOBS Act and Regulation D of the U.S. Securities Act of 1933. NIN.VC invests in Series A and B rounds of 3D printing, fourth industrial revolution, cloud computing, financial services, education software, and other disruptive technology companies. NIN.VC is a unique and first-of-its-kind attempt to bring venture capital retail and give people the freedom to directly invest in a fund with an amount of their choice, which also leads to a better financial reward system. This offering is being made via general solicitation and general advertising, which is permitted by Rule 506C and contemplated by Title II of the JOBS Act. This rule came into effect September 23, 2013, and we were the first ones to go live with the website and videos about our fund. NIN Ventures also became the first venture fund to be seen on a billboard, which was followed by in-taxi ads and other social media facilitated marketing. Learn more about us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or NIN Ventures TV. Since then, NIN.VC has been recipient of numerous awards. I've also been awarded 2015 CE of the Year Illinois for innovation and contribution to the venture capital industry, including Private Equity Fund Manager to Watch for 2017 by Corporate America. So what does NIN.VC invest in? At NIN.VC, it all starts with a disruptive technology. A disruptive technology is an innovation that changes an existing industry and creates new value networks, displacing an earlier technology or way of doing business, just like how we're changing the venture capital industry. At NIN.VC, we like to invest in an entrepreneur because entrepreneurs build companies and not the other way around. Being an entrepreneur is the hardest job in the world, and entrepreneurs face various challenges when it comes to taking the disruptive technologies to market. The few attributes that we look for in an entrepreneur is the ability to dream big, experience and expertise in their industry, ability to communicate with the team and outside, flexibility to adapt to a fast-changing environment, and certain personality traits like being focused, dedicated, disciplined, and hardworking. As long as the company has certain ingredients like a good management team, a disruptive technology, a viable product, a revenue-generating strategy, that forms a basic foundation that leads to long-term success. We at NIN.VC like to invest in companies that are going to stand the test of time. The market is flooded with various funding options, from angels to VCs to crowdfunding portals. So how does one know which option to pick? I come from an entrepreneurial family, so I can speak on their behalf. Entrepreneurs are brave and courageous bunch of people that are determined to change the way an existing industry functions. On that journey, they need a lot more than just financing. They need guidance or domain expertise, help with PR and marketing, recruiting, viable exit strategy, more often follow-up financing, which crowdfunding portals are not able to support. On the other hand, crowdfunding exposed investors to a whole new asset class which the normal population never had the knowledge or expertise to invest in. About 99% of startups fail. On top of that, low minimum investments like $1,000 does not give them a say or a board seat, putting investors at a high degree of risk. At NIN.VC, we solve all those issues. NIN.VC provides diversification, we take board seats on all our investments, and lend the necessary support that an entrepreneur needs to build a business like they would get at a traditional venture capital fund. And we're also in the position to gauge and be a part of the valuation process when it comes to addressing dilution and follow financing rounds. However, the most important part that investors care about is the ability to direct invest and enjoy direct returns, which is not the case with a traditional venture capital fund. Are you an entrepreneur with a disruptive technology? Incubate with us or upload your business plan on NIN.VC. If you need help writing a business plan, visit NIN Ventures blog to learn how to write one. So how does NIN.VC work? There are a wide range of options when it comes to investing in the NIN Ventures Technology QP Fund using checkings or savings accounts, defined benefit plans, self-directed IRAs, and digital currencies. However, one has to be an accredited investor to invest in NIN.VC. An accredited investor is an individual with an income of more than $200,000 per year or a joint income of $300,000 in each of the last 2 years, or a net worth exceeding $1 million either individually or jointly with his or her spouse. For an entity, any trust or in excess of total of $5 million qualifies. There are multiple ways of verifying if you are an accredited investor. For an individual, it's assets, income, or third-party verification. For an entity, it's assets and third-party verification. Now let's look into defined benefit plans. A defined benefit plan is a retirement plan that can invest in a wide range of securities and investment products, including venture funds. Some of the advantages of investing from a defined benefit plan are all contributions made to the plan and subsequently invested are top-line tax deductible to the business, whether the business structure is sole proprietorship, LLC, LLP, PC, C Corp, or an S Corp. The investment growth is tax-deferred under the umbrella of the defined benefit plan. The contributions might be significantly greater than that of the 401k profit-sharing plan to help increase the retirement savings account for the business owner. To invest in NIN Ventures using defined benefit plan, you must first sign up on NIN.VC, verify you are an accredited investor, and next is to establish a defined benefit plan with Robin Weingart & Associates or a provider of your choice. Once the plan is established and the contribution is calculated, you can complete the subscription and payment process on NIN.VC. We also let investors invest in our fund using retirement plans, for example, self-directed IRAs. Self-directed is a descriptive term that is used to describe how IRA providers administer the assets they hold. With a self-directed IRA, the client controls what their IRA invests in. Self-directed IRA allows investors to hold alternative assets within a tax-deferred retirement plan such as private placement and venture capital. Like any IRA investment, a self-directed IRA has built-in tax-deferred growth, and thus an individual will not pay capital gain taxes on the growth of the investment. The return will flow back to self-directed IRA and will not be taxable to the account holder. A self-directed IRA allows for true diversification that is otherwise not achievable in a standard IRA portfolio. To invest in NIN Ventures using your self-directed IRA, you must first sign up on NIN.VC, verify you are an accredited investor, next step is to establish an IRA account with the interest group or a provider of your choice. Once the plan is established, you can complete the subscription and payment process on NIN.VC. It takes a total of 8 to 10 days to complete the entire process. Digital currencies, for example, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, are emerging as new form of alternative payments and global currency. We at NIN Ventures understand the significance of this change and thus have teamed up with Snapcard to let Bitcoin owners tap into venture capital. We allow digital currency owners to attain liquidity via a third party in return for investment in the NIN Ventures Technology QP Fund. Now let's go through the investment process step by step in detail. Very first step is to sign up on NIN.VC. Sign up is simple: first name, last name, email, password, and acknowledge that you are an accredited investor. Once you sign up, you get access to our marketing materials, that is TPM, investor presentation, and other suggested readings. You get invited to attend our events and calls. You can also schedule a one-on-one meeting with us at our office or online via Skype. Once you decide to make an investment, accept the risk and disclosure statement that will explain what venture capital investment is. The next step is to verify accreditation. Once that is in order, it's only a matter of filling out a subscription document and a W-9 form on NIN.VC. The last step is payment, and it's as simple as selecting the payment method and amount you wish to invest. Please note that venture capital is a high-risk, high-reward investment vehicle, and we strongly recommend reviewing the other suggested reading on our website before making any investment decisions. Once again, thank you for being on the call. Sign up on NIN.VC to begin your investment process, and feel free to reach us at contact@NIN.VC or 312-953-0930 to schedule a one-on-one meeting or with any other questions. Have a wonderful day and happy investing.